Hey everybody, welcome back to our video. Today I am going to show you 4 workwear outfits that I really enjoyed wearing this month. By the time that you see this, I will say the weather here on the West Coast just changes like this. We don't really get a lot of those like nice and breezy autumn days. You get hot and then you get rain, and really those are the only 2 seasons, and we're really dipping into the rainy weather at least the last week or so. So I will say, in retrospect, when I was putting these outfits back on, if I wear them now, I would tweak them to be a bit more weather friendly. But a little bit of a background story about where I work, the culture, the dress code, if you will, and just to give you a general basis to understand the outfits I put together. I'm going to try to do this at the beginning of every one of these videos because I think it's important to understand where people work and then why they wear those certain outfits, so you have a bit of a guideline to hang your ideas on. So I work in the Greater Vancouver area as a teacher. I'm a learning resource teacher. I need to be really mobile. If a kid books it down the hallway and it's a safety issue, I need to be able to go after them if there's an emergency call. So having good shoes, generally flat shoes. I wear a lot of flat shoes or low heels, and really being aware of the soles of your shoes, whether they're rubber, or to get them rubber soled so they're really just safe, right? When you're out and about, especially when it rains. I also transit to work, so additionally my workwear choices do change a little bit throughout the week, depending on if I have a parent meeting, if I have a meeting with the fancier people above. I may dress a little fancier versus dressing a bit more casual, but really mobility and comfort, and being just a little bit more put together. Here on the West Coast, I think everybody dresses pretty casual, so unless you work in private school, not a lot of places have like super strict dress code. I try to go in the medium, maybe a little bit more put together, but not as fancy schmancy as my principal. So there you go. Alright, I'm going to show you 4 outfits that I really enjoyed wearing to work this month. As we get into the first outfit, do know that this is my first time trying to film something like this. I don't quite have the setup in the ideal position, and I realized that my camera with the lens doesn't go far back enough for me to show you my whole body. I still need to figure out how that's going to work. So I've kind of split this into like a without my head body shot and then a part where I sit down so you can see the whole outfit. And feel free to leave any helpful recommendations and suggestions. I live in a small space. I'm back as far as I can go, my camera as far as I can go. I'm still working things out, so bear with me. Alright, I've got my very first outfit here, and this is something that I really love by surprise. This outfit really centers around the paper bag skirt, which is from H&M. I got it, I think, during the springtime when we were just getting into the warmer season. It is a paper bag waist skirt with an utilitarian military type of twist in that olivey army green, which I really love. The shirt, this coral colored Flutter sleeve shirt, really has been a workwear staple. I don't work in the summertime as a teacher, but going into the summer season or the warmer season, and then in this September, October, I can really get away with wearing this. The sleeves are super fun. I think it's like wearing a t-shirt, but you don't look as casual as wearing a t-shirt. I will say the little edges on the sleeve tend to roll a little bit, so I really should just iron it before I wear it out, or just be careful when I'm hanging it to dry. The shirt is from Uniqlo. I actually bought it in 2 colors because I thought it was a really good workwear piece. If you get it in the darker or more saturated colors, it's not see-through at all. You don't have to do a tank underneath. You can just wear your regular undergarments and you are just fine. With a paper bag skirt like this, I do like to tuck the shirts in so it really shows off the waistline, or else I feel like it looks a little bit funky. The length of the skirt actually works well for me. Being 5'2", is not too long or too short. I think if you were regular height, I would find this a bit too short for work, in my opinion. I paired this with a pair of white sneakers. I actually wear these Keds to work a lot, and this is part of that mobility requirement for me. I do need to clean them. They're a little grubby. I need to wash the shoelaces and all of that, but I found this pair of shoes to be super duper hardworking in my workwear wardrobe as well as my everyday wardrobe. It's just so practical. You could of course swap out the Keds for a more dressier shoe if you like, or a bit more fancier of a shoe. For me, the Keds are just fine, and nobody is like concerned that I'm wearing sneakers to work. If you wanted to still keep this casual but not with the lace-up shoes, I think lace-up shoes do tend to look a bit more casual, swap it out for a pair of nice leather slip-ons or suede slip-ons. I think it will look really nice in that category as well. And Keds again make some of those too. I really love my Keds. Next outfit, I am wearing actually a DIY piece. So the skirt that you're seeing is a bit of that like nod to animal print. I want to call it like a confused stripy leopard because that's what it feels like to me. I love wearing things like polka dots, but I think this particular type of print is like a more organic take on a polka dot print. I think still fun, adds pattern, adds something just more interesting, especially when we're still in the warmer weather. This is something that I made from a vintage 1950s sewing skirt pattern, and this is proportioned for someone who is petite in my height, just the way the pattern is made. So it's interesting to see that silhouette on me and on my height is something that would have been considered quite appropriate and common for a workwear piece as a pencil skirt. So our understanding now of what pencil skirts are and should be and length and stuff like that definitely has changed since, you know, those days. So that skirt is a DIY, and then the Flutter sleeve t-shirt is again from Uniqlo. It's the same one as the coral from before, but this time it's in a navy. I should have gotten the black one too now that I think about it again. They were on sale like for, you know, when they just are bringing in new stuff, so it went down super cheap. Like I bought one at regular price, and then when I saw them again on sale, I snagged two more because I just found them so easy to wear and so comfortable. Like I said, it's wearing a t-shirt, but you can still go to work in it and not feel too casual. So I love that pairing. Again, I tucked it in to really show off the waistband of the skirt. I find with silhouettes like that, if you don't tuck it in, it kind of just makes your midsection look quite wide, or wider than you probably would like it to. So I do that. And now, in reality, I did pair this outfit with my lace-up Keds again, but just to throw you something a little different and to show you how you can dress it up if you work in a slightly more formal or dressier environment, I threw on some Uniqlo chunky high heels with a pointed toe. So really like the look of this, and it is more put together and slightly dressier than what I normally would wear. I believe this was, I first wore it on one of the days where there's not a whole lot going on. I sat in my office most of the time, or just did like a few simple lessons with the kids, so this outfit was perfect for that. Outfit number 3. Now this is a real staple silhouette for me, and I like to talk about silhouettes because I think we get comfortable with a particular pairing or silhouette, and then you just kind of swap out colors, or you swap out slightly different styles, but still maintaining that familiar feel and the way it wears and the look. And it's actually the outfit that I'm still filming in right now. I'm just filming this after I shot the little clips with all the outfits. So I love this, and like I said, this is a very familiar silhouette with a simple loose-ish button-down shirt worn really casually. I love rolling the sleeves up just for practical purposes. When I'm doing things and going through papers, I don't like having things on my arms, so sleeves are almost always rolled up. If you want to swap this for something a bit dressier, go for I love the Uniqlo v-neck rayon blouse, or you can do a silk blouse if you want, if that's practical for you. That will make it a little bit more dressy. This particular shirt from Old Navy is actually Tencel tool, so it's cotton. This is in the petite sizing. Old Navy does do petites, and I paired it with one of my favorite pairs of workwear pants. I actually own two in black and navy. You'll see that navy is a color I wear a lot in my wardrobe, and I consider it a neutral. So these are slim cut capris from Gap. These are the petite sizing, and they're just perfect. I wish the rise was just a smidge higher, but it's fine. You can choose to tuck your shirt in all the way around, which is what I did, but realistically, I think when I wore it, I left the back untucked just in case, you know, for comfort. And if I needed to like bend over and stuff, I don't have to be super worried about tucking my shirt back in, because the rise of these pants are not super duper high. You could wear with a belt. I chose not to. Most of the time, it's not a big deal. It stays up. And I paired this with one of my favorite pairs of shoes, which are my wine-colored Sperry loafers. And these you can sometimes get on Amazon for a killer deal, which is where I got mine. I was looking to get another color, but they sold out so quickly in that price point. I think the wine color echoes the dusty pink really, really well, and is a bit of color without screaming color, you know. Super practical shoe, leather line inside. I love the stitching work. I just love everything about the shoe. I wear all the time, even on my regular days. I think this entire outfit is super practical, still a little bit dressy. And again, I think the dressy element, swap out the top for a blouse or something silk and a fancier fabric, and you would look really put together for work. Outfit number 4, our last one to show you here, is something that is, I gotta say, the most comfortable. I mean, they're all comfortable, but if I were to say like the most comfortable would be this outfit number 4. Again, I am wearing that coral flutter sleeve top, and I'm wearing the Keds again. You can swap out the Keds for something else. I just prefer the Keds. And as long as they're white and they're super clean, not too fussy, doesn't look like gym sneakers, I think you'll be okay. The star of this entire outfit though are these pants, and these are awesome pants, and they're from H&M. I'm surprised that they fit me generally pretty well. I could have sized down. I'll put the sizing in the info bar. I can't remember what size this was, but I remember getting this particular size because if I went down, then the hips would be a little bit too tight and it would pull. So while the waist is slightly too big, you do have the drawstring that you can tighten it up. I went to fit for the thighs instead of fitting just for the waist. It is elastic waisted, but I love that there's a little menswear twist with the dark navy and the super light and thin pinstripe. It's essentially a jogger version of a trouser pant for ladies, and I just love the way that it looks a little snazzier but still remaining super comfortable. The fabric has held up really well so far, and I haven't had any pilling or any other issues. I love it in the dark color. I think if I were to find it again in a different color, I may consider getting another pair, but I really think it's the color combination and the style which makes it look really great. Again, swap out the shoes if you want something a little dressier. I paired it with the coral sleeve top with a little flutter sleeve. You could do a full tuck, you could do the half tuck. I really like the little detail with the copper drawstring, the little dingling dangles at the end of the drawstring, and I want to show that off because that copper rose gold color. So I actually tucked the front in so you can see that little detail instead of just hiding it. So that one, super comfortable way to end my favorite outfits of the month. And that's a wrap for my very first video on my workwear outfits. I think 4 outfits is a pretty good number that I can like commit to filming. I'm gonna try to film this every month, if not close to every month, and just document, you know, the kind of things that I wore that I really enjoyed. We're gonna quickly dip into some cooler weather very, very soon. We kind of already started. So the next video that you will see of this series will be a bit more rainy weather appropriate. I love to hear which one was your favorite. What kind of place do you work at? And do people get like really dressed up, or are you super low-key and casual? Do you own any of these singular pieces? I know loads of people shop at Uniqlo and H&M, places like that, for their outfits. I again would welcome any, you know, great suggestions on how to make the filming setup work a little bit better. I still need to figure out how to get my full body into the video. So as I work on that, I hope that you have an awesome day. All the links will be down below in the information bar, and I will see you over on social media, all the other places, over on my blog, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.